Years passed, and Jake and Max had grown into young men. Their passion for Python had only deepened over time, and they now had their own tech startup in the heart of the bustling city. One sunny afternoon, they decided to revisit their favorite old oak tree to catch up and reminisce about their journey. As they sat beneath the shade of the now mighty tree, Max turned to Jake with a mischievous grin. "Hey, Jake," he said, "remember when we first started learning Python under this tree? It feels like a lifetime ago." Jake chuckled, his eyes gleaming with nostalgia. "Oh, how can I forget, Max? It was the beginning of an amazing adventure." Max continued, "You know, our journey with Python reminds me of three special aspects that every Python programmer must master: keywords, data types, and variables." Jake raised an eyebrow, curious about where Max was going with this. Keywords, data types, and variables? How do they fit into our story? Max leaned in, eager to share the wisdom they had gained over the years. Well, keywords in Python are like the building blocks of the language. They are reserved words that have special meanings. Just like in our friendship, there are certain words or phrases that have unique significance. For example, if, else, and while are keywords in Python that help us control the flow of our programs. Jake nodded in understanding. Got it. So keywords are like the secret codes we use to communicate with Python. Max grinned. Exactly. Now, data types are like the different kinds of things you can put into Python. Just as we had our favorite games, math problems, and robots, Python can deal with different types of information. For instance, there are data types like integers, which are whole numbers, and strings, which are sequences of characters, just like the stories we've shared. Jake smiled, connecting the dots. So data types are the categories that help Python understand what we're giving it, right? Max patted Jake on the back. You've got it, Jake. And last but not least, variables. Think of them as containers, like the treasure chests we use to discover hidden treasures in our imaginary adventures. In Python, we use variables to store and manipulate data. They have names, just like our childhood games had names. Variables can hold different data types, and we can change their values as we go. Jake's eyes sparkled with understanding. Variables are like the labels we put on our containers to keep track of what's inside. Max nodded in agreement. That's right, Jake. By understanding keywords, data types, and variables, we can create amazing Python programs, just as we've shared unforgettable adventures. Underneath the mighty oak tree, the two friends delved into a friendly discussion about more advanced Python concepts, like functions and libraries. They laughed, reminisced about their journey, and celebrated how their shared knowledge had led them to success. Their story was a testament to the power of friendship, curiosity, and the magical world of Python. And as they talked about Python, it was clear that they had come full circle, from learning the basics to mastering the language and sharing their expertise with the world. Their journey continued, just as Python's possibilities seemed endless, and their bond remained as strong as ever.